Hello everyone and welcome. In this video I'm very excited to be checking out the 2016 Nissan 370Z NISMO. This has a 350 horsepower V6, 6-speed manual transmission, rear wheel drive. What's not to love? Let's go for a quick test drive and see how we like it.
Now before I jump into the test drive, let's talk about this 370 a little bit. This is a two-door coupe with seating for two, and MSRP As Tested, which includes the tech package, comes to $46,835. Under the hood, there's a 3.7-liter V6 engine. It features an aluminum block and heads, dual overhead cams, 4 valves per cylinder with variable valve timing and lift, and a compression ratio of 11:1. The engine produces 350 horsepower at 7,400 RPM with a redline of 7,500 RPM and 276 pound-feet of torque at 5,200 RPM. This is 18 more horsepower and 6 more pound-feet than the standard 370Z thanks to an exclusive exhaust design and optimized ECM tune. The NISMO version includes functional aerodynamic body pieces to optimize front and rear downforce. This vehicle is 3 inches longer and 1 inch wider than the standard 2016 370Z. Suspension changes for the NISMO version include higher spring rates and stabilizer bar rates, increased roll stiffness and higher front and rear damping, on top of an increase of 0.6 inches in track width. Other NISMO uniques include lightweight raised wheels matched with larger brakes, 14 inches up front with 4 piston calipers, and 13.8 inches in the rear with 2 piston calipers. And of course, red paint for obvious reasons. It also comes standard with a viscous limited slip differential and shorter final drive ratios than the standard 370Z for better acceleration. Alright, let's go for a drive.
Well, I didn't stall when I started it, so I'm off to a good start. I've got a speed bump coming up, so that's my first obstacle in this. So I'm going to crawl over it pretty slowly. I believe it does have the rev matching, which is a pretty cool feature for downshifts. And I think I need to check this out so they don't know I'm stealing it. I'm good? Found something that better suits me than a Maxima. Not that the Maxima wasn't fun. Honestly, front wheel drive, I thought it would have been a little more disappointing. It didn't have torque steer. It was quick, like seriously quick for as big of a sedan as it is, so that was pretty impressive. Whoa. All right, well, it's quick. Honestly, it is quick. That's pretty surprising. I wasn't expecting it to be that fast because I thought, it's not that much more powerful than the 370Z. That said, I haven't driven a 370Z, and man, this thing can move. I do really like this cockpit. I mean, you've got all kinds of instruments to look at, and it's all kind of oriented towards you. So you've got, looks like engine coolant temperature over there, battery voltage, your time. You've got your large tach right in the center, lets you know what gear you're in. Also says that it's in sport mode, I believe. And then you've got your speedometer on the right. And then it's got your range here. Oh, coolant temperature there. So that may be oil temperature. And then you've got your fuel gauge here as well. So all of this moves when you adjust the steering column. So the dash with the tachometer, the speedometer, that all moves up and down with the steering wheel. You do have cruise control too, so some normal functional features in here as well as the navigation. So that's pretty nice to have. I'm going to put it in 6, see how it is. Down low at just above 1500 RPM at 40 miles per hour. Oh yeah. This thing has a great feel to the steering. You can definitely tell that if I were to find the right road, the problem is I don't know where I am. If I were to find the right road, I'm sure ripping around in this thing would be quite exciting. Yeah, that's fun. It's kind of got a little harshness to it. It's not a purely smooth mechanical machine. I kind of like that. It gives it a little character. It's kind of like my Subaru STI in that sense, where the gear shifts, there's a little bit of harshness to it, and it kind of gives it this more raw feel, where it's kind of a, it's a little bit of a beast under there. Oh, that rev matching is brilliant. You can just pop it in whatever gear you want, and it perfectly rev matches it for you. I love that. That's a cool feature. Not all of us are perfect at heel toe, and for those of us who, want to take it to a track and don't want to do the intricacies of heel toe, this would be a great car. You can put it in that and get comfortable with it, and then you can turn it off once you're more comfortable with it and do the heel toeing yourself. And the pedals are actually pretty close together, so I don't think it would be that challenging to do in this. You do have quite a big blind spot looking that direction. And out the rear, you don't have that much visibility either. Out the front, visibility seems fine. So overall, nothing too bad. It's just worth noting that, checking your blind spot, you're just going to want to make sure you have the mirrors adjusted properly in order to be able to see what's in your blind spot. So overall driving impressions, this thing is fast. I do love that it can rev match for you. The gear shift, you know, it's got a little notchiness to it. It's not perfectly smooth, but that downshift is just incredible. So easy to do, and it puts it right into the exact RPM you need. I love that. The steering feels fantastic. The steering wheel itself also feels really good. It's kind of got this suede on it with leather at the top and the bottom, and it actually has a good weight to it, and it feels pretty precise. It doesn't seem to have any lag between, you know, when you turn the wheel and when it goes the direction you're pointing the wheel. So a good feel to it overall. I really like the steering in this, just as a first impression. Now, I haven't taken it on a twisty, windy road to see how I really like it, but overall it seems like it would do pretty well in that kind of category. And this is, of course, being tuned by NISMO, so everything's, you know, a little bit different. The brakes are different, the suspension's tuned differently, the wheels are different, the exhaust is different. That's one of the contributing factors to the additional horsepower with this. So some, you know, little tweaks here and there all over actually can make a pretty big difference as far as how the vehicle feels.
Take the second exit.
Oh, that rev matching. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's not pure, I get it. You know, people are going to say, oh, do it yourself. But honestly, like, it is beautiful how well it works. So thank you guys for watching. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below. Hey.
All good?
Yep.
Which, you looking for something else, or are you gonna?
I haven't driven the GTR, so I'd love to take that out.
Yeah, it just went out.
Okay.
I think it's on the.
But I can shoot some B-roll of this.
Yeah,
so
perfect. So, and then when you wanna switch out with the GTR, just come around back here.
Okay.
And I'll stop them up here when they're done. So
okay, great.
we'll go from there. Thanks.
Thank you.